All right, here's a little tour of the upgraded ham shack. The first thing to talk about is these shelves. So I've been researching and talking to friends, and I was able to pick up some of these shelves from a friend, and he said, I've had them for 8 years and I haven't used them. So as I looked at them and prepared, I said I'm going to be putting some heavy things on them, and they glue pieces together side to side, and I wanted them to be steady. So I'm using Unistrut on the ends here to support them. And then I'm using all thread here from top to bottom to size them. So if I wanted the height to be different, I could change it. All right. So that's the platforms there. And then on the bottom, I've got my FTDX10, okay, which is it's a fantastic radio. I've really enjoyed it. It's modern and digital, and it's also works on a lot of the classic items right there. You can see it's mid-morning and somebody's on 40 meters chatting away. I've got them.
Tones and everything on your radio, it'll pick up.
So that's really cool there. And then a friend of mine passed away, and his widow gave me his IC 7600, another fantastic radio. Not as digital, but it in its space, it is a fantastic radio. So here I switch over to so that this radio is using the antenna now, and I switch it over so that this one is now using the radio, the antenna. Okay, and then I switch the speaker over.
Yeah, there was one that had that reverb stuff in his audio, and one of them come in there and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, what channel we on? I can't read my display."
Okay. And it's the bulk of it is powered by this power supply right here, but this the IC 7600 right now has got different connectors, and I didn't want to strip them out and stuff, and so I'm powering the 7600 with this power supply. So now that we've talked about the shelves and the basic radios, and there's other radios we'll talk about. Let's talk about the power supply here using Anderson Power Pole, and there's a 12 gauge wire coming from there up into a power distribution unit. Okay, and then on the power distribution unit, we come in here, and it's fused at 40 amps, and then it goes out. So the radios get 25 amps, and other things get lesser amps based on what their needs are. Okay, so I've got one of the power leads, the 25 amp power leads going down to this radio, and I've got one of the 25 amp power leads coming over to this radio. So we've got this this radio online here. This is the FTM 400, another fantastic mobile radio. I really like how digital this is. It gives you great clarity of, you get to name the channel that it's on, and you can see the frequency that it's on and the different settings and stuff. And right now it's picking up APRS, and it's showing you what it's picking up. And I have a speaker for that, an external speaker for that one right there plugged in. So that's really fun right there. And this is the antenna tuner, the external antenna tuner for the Yaesu. Okay, really had a lot of luck with this tuner. It allows me to tune stuff that's out of the range of the internal tuners on the radios. Then this is my spare radio collection here. I've got some fancy radios and some cheap radios, and there's other radios in other places right here, but these are sitting in their little chargers, and they're charging and staying topped off and stuff. Okay. this little box used to be elsewhere and I moved it over to here. So this switch powers this LED light strip that's up here. Okay, and then I have a USB-A charging port coming off of the powered block over here. I think I'm running 5 amps to it, and then this is just a power meter for that. Up here, I have my ham radio Go box outside of its box. It's just a skeletonized rack, and we'll have a separate one to cover just that. But the battery is turned on here, and it's running this older analog mobile radio, and I can pull this radio out and put my digital mobile radio in there. They just kind of sit here in the bottom very nicely, but it also has all the switching facing front, and it has accessory boxes, so I can put other handheld radios in there, antennas, mics, and all kinds of adapters and accessories in the box, ready to go for away trips. And then I have a USB-C charger on it, and it's charging that little fella right there, which is saved for another day. Okay. On the top here, next to that Go box, I have a Raspberry Pi running, and I've got some plans for that. This monitor is kind of big, and so it kind of overlaps here. I don't know if I'll get a smaller monitor or a different way to mount it or whatever. We'll see where that goes. This amp, whoa, I really want to get using this amp. I want to be one of the guys that crushed the bandwidths with his amplifier goodness. So this is an exciting future project. And this up here is kind of storage for all the extras, first aid kit, spare keyboards, and my good friend that helped me print this rack here printed these lids for me so that I can label and stack these for spare parts. So the rack is, the shelving unit is pretty steady. Give it a little jiggle there, a little bit of sway, but it's very, very stable. So that is the ham radio shack as it exists now. This is just a spare light for fun. It was putting out less noise than this one. This one is putting out a lot of noise. So I turned that off when I was doing certain transmissions, and this is, it's engineered to put out less noise. But then what I ended up doing is I built my own chokes. I watched some videos, became an expert on it. I know, comical. And you feed the coax through a toroid in a certain way, and it'll help reduce common mode current and RFI noise. So I've got 3 of those in use here right now. This is actually an in-fed half-wave Ballon right there is what that is. It's not choking, it's going to be a Ballon. Okay, and that's a different conversation. But it's really there because it looks super cool. I'm not using it right now, but it just looks super, super cool. All right, ham radio. Woohoo!